Alright, let's continue. I turned on my fan, so if you can hear it, I'm sorry, but it's way too hot for me to not use it right now. I forgot what I didn't do already. I think I already talked with Rosmarine, right? Wouldn't it be best to stay inside today, Granny Gretel? Oh, I wouldn't want to miss you, dearie. I mean it, Granny. This can be good for you. I'd say it's a good thing, Mrs. Gretel. At a girl, lassie. Maybe you could learn a thing or two from your cousin, Elise. Ah, you are both losing your minds. Speaking of which, my dear, is this about Lebkuchen? Keep an eye on her for me, will you? She's rather stubborn, as you know. Alright, I will. I'd wager she's likely still not feeling her best. For goodness sake, Lebkuchen. Already gave Miffy what she wanted, right? I don't owe her anything today, I think. Where's everyone? I suppose folks wouldn't like standing in the rain. Folks don't care about that in Kieferberg, Rosmarine. Come now, let's see what's going on. Ah, yes. I wanna check fountain first. Not fountain. Fish fountain. I can't help but think it was ill will, Mrs. Merrily. What was, Mrs. Ariane? Ah, Lisa, it's awful. Rhea's maypole got torn down because of the wind and the rain. You think someone did all that to the maypole, Mrs. Ariane? That's what we all think, Elisa. Are you certain it couldn't have been the rain? With all that's been going on, lass. It's such a shame, she put so much time into it. Maybe we are making a greater deal out of it than we ought to. I'm certain that's it, Mrs. Marlin. Oh, how I would like to believe you, Elisa. Nobody would purposely tear it down, would they? Ah, shit. We should trust them, Brunhilde. Ah, but what are we to do if they don't come back, Dorothea? Who is not coming back, Mrs. Brunhilde? Good grief, Elise, don't say that. The lads went out on patrol, is all. I see. Can't say I am not worried about this rain, but they are grown men. They can fend for themselves, I'm sure. Ah, but what about what happened to your husband? Anyhow, Lisbeth, I will be expecting you, Dorothea. Expecting Mrs. Dorothea? Grass is going to be held at home today, Elise. We wouldn't want to have the children out in this rain after all. Well, they won't take kindly to staying home all day. You tell him, Elise. Huh? could have sworn you two would be staying home today. It's just a little rain, Mr. Gustav. It will ease up soon enough, I'd wager. That's what I keep telling him. You lassies are as stubborn as mules, aren't you? Papa. It's no big deal, Mr. Gustav. We will manage. Why, thank you, Elise. What happened to the maple makes it a very big deal, I'd say. I can't have you working into the night, Freya. I'm sorry about the maple, Freya. Oh, Lisa, that's alright. But all that work was wasted. And it was coming along so well too. I get to make it even prettier now, that's all. Do you even have time for that? I think deadline is tomorrow already. I only hope the rain won't tear it down again. I didn't think you girls were coming by today. I can't very well afford to stay home on a weekday, can I? Even Elise is out and about, Mama. I said no, Jacob. You are staying home until this rain leaves us. But Mama... It wouldn't be that bad for the boy to come out. But what if he falls ill? Did you forget what happened to Ethel already? Miss Velma stays inside the inn all day and she's fine, Mama. I guess it's too bad you are not Velma, isn't it? Your mother's right, Jacob. What if you are too sick for the festival tomorrow? But Mrs. Lisbeth letting Ethel and... Do I look like Lisbeth to you? Off you go, now. It's one of the rare cases when Velma is actually mentioned by other characters. Such a shame that she's not a real character in this game. Best not to meddle. I feel quite energetic today. Did you notice that? Like the way I voice characters is much more how do you say it? More, I don't know, maybe I am more into it, not just saying everything in monotone voice like I did before that. Oh, you think I am losing my wits too? No such thing, Mrs. O'Leary. What is wrong, Mrs. O'Leary? This rain, lass, that's what's wrong. It's just a little rain. What do you know, lassie? There is no need to be so curt, Mrs. O'Leary. Look how dark the sky is, Lebkuchen. We nearly need our lanterns, and in broad daylight. What do you think the cause is? Lack of faith, Elise, yours and all of Kieferberg's. None of this would have happened had we all prayed. It may be best you two leave. I will handle this. Poor Lebkuchen. Even I will lend Freya a hand with the maple if need be, Berta. These two lasses will too, I'd wager. Of course, Mr. Heinrich. This was ill will, father. It could have been the rain, Mrs. Berta. As it likely was, anyhow. What matters is that we lend Freya a hand, folks. Heinrich's right, we can't be without a maple tomorrow. Oh, it truly has been one thing after another. We all together for prayers. I would like all of Kieferberg to gather in church this afternoon. You are doing something at last. It's imperative we are all united and all the same kind. Mind. I will make certain to spread the word, Father. Gathering all these frightened folks in the same place can be a good thing. I suppose I can't miss it, though. Hard at work, even with this awful rain. I could say the same about you, Mr. Wilhelm. I am too old to fret over a little rain. You can't keep me from my morning walks. I suppose no one can, no. Folks are too preoccupied with this witch nonsense. Even a rainy day is knocking them sideways. At least the festival will bring them some peace of mind, won't it? Let us hope it does, lass, but you never know. What do you mean, Mr. Wilhelm? Folks are addicted to this foolery, that's what I mean. That's why I am avoiding everyone until this afternoon. Must look after myself. Addicted, you say? This maple doesn't look too bad. Like, I don't see the difference before and after the rain. It's you! It was you, Elise. What have I done now, Martha? You tore down the maple. Have you completely lost your mind, Melly? So it wasn't you, Elise. Of course it wasn't me, you little... Wait, have you been telling folks it was me who... Not yet. I came to you for some... apple strudel. You are not telling anyone anything of the sort, you hear me? Watch me, I can run really fast, Elise. Thank God I did buy it. Alright. Is this what you want? Oh boy. You will keep your mouth shut then. I will say nothing, not even a little squeak. Oh, I will be the one making you squeak if you dare utter a single word, Maggie. This better be the last time I have to bribe her. Yep. I am afraid Wilma simply won't listen, Ariana. Mrs. Wilma's being unreasonable again, I'd wager. Wilma's refusing to allow folks to work in her inn, even though we can't make ourselves useful in this rain. Next thing we know, she will be blaming Miss Wilma for it. I wouldn't say you're wrong, Lisa. She's right, Wilma's always been difficult. I wouldn't put it past her to blame poor Wilma. To think we were so hopeful just this Sunday. The festival's tomorrow, Mrs. Ariana. It will be fine. I can only hope, Elise. Who knows, maybe Mrs. Wilma will get what she deserves sooner rather than later. Well, about time. What are you doing out here in the rain, Lebkuchen? I've been visiting folks' homes, is all. What for? Everyone's a little bit on edge because of the rain. Father Hans wanted me to help settle the townsfolks. Sent you to entertain this foolery, huh? It's alright, Elise. I am feeling rather well rested. Even if that's the case, Lebkuchen. It's the festival tomorrow, Elise. What does the festival have to do with it? Why, it's only one more day. As long as you don't push it. I won't. Father Hans is just keeping her busy for the sake of it, that's what. That's good to hear, I suppose. You speak as though you'd rather have us find something, Lorelei. Find what, Mr. Heinrich? We were discussing last night's patrol is all. It was rather uneventful, tiring if anything. I find it strange, nobody's found anything since Tuesday is all. That must mean there's no witch, wouldn't you say? Truly, I will take this over, finding horseshoes and whatnot. No offense, Eugen. None taken, Heinrich. I share the sentiment. I suppose you're right, lass. Mrs. Lorelei doesn't have anything better to do, does she? It must have been someone, that's for certain. About the maple, I assume. Odile is certain it was ill will, Elise. You have seen what the windstorm did to Kieferberg last Sunday, Odile. Perhaps the maple suffered the same fate. The festival's tomorrow, Mrs. Odile. Give it a rest. On the contrary, lass, it's never been this bad. Now that's a proper exaggeration, Odile. She's right, Mechtilde. Didn't Father Hans say we are together this afternoon? If there's anyone who will know what to do, it will be he. You lot will never understand. Some folks will do anything to live in fear, won't they? Elise. I can lend you a hand with the maple, Freya. It's not that. It's Mrs. Wilma. She won't allow me and Mrs. Linda to work on the maple inside the inn. For goodness sake. Because of the rain, you see? Why does she always have to be such a... It's alright, Elise. Mrs. Linda will be stopping by to lend a hand in a little while. These folks are pushing it, that's what. I will figure it out, Elise. If you say so. Freya truly is too submissive. She is so dedicated and yet... Still, Brunhilde, you shouldn't say such things. I suppose not, but... Getting an earful, Mrs. Brunhilde. Best not stick your nose in other folks' business, lassie. Thought I'd give Mrs. Brunhilde some of my sympathy, is all. Oh, Elise, this week has been so hard on everyone. All the more reason not to antagonize me over trivial things. It's far from being a triviality, Mrs. Bertha. What are you talking about? Mrs. Bertha said it's a good thing Freya's maple got torn down, Elise. She can make it prettier this time around, that's all. Only that's not what you said, Mrs. Bertha. You are old enough to know the way you say things doesn't matter, Brunhilde. It's best I move along before I lose my patience. I wonder if we will not have a night sequence today, because I already have 2 testaments and the only thing I need is good company, which I will not have because I didn't romance anyone. Well, that's a relief, Linda. What is, Mrs. Lisbeth? Oh, we were chatting about the festival, Elise. It's finally happening, but now we have this rain. We have had worse than a little rain, Mrs. Lisbeth. That's true. Things are looking up despite everything. And Eiffel seems to be feeling better. I figured I would let them both out for a little while. Has he stopped talking about the witch, Lisbeth? I don't know, Linda. I think he's keeping something from me. My 2 remaining goats are still ill too. Mrs. Lisbeth. The festival will bring back some peace, Lisbeth. Father Hans has finally arranged for a doctor to drop by at least. Oh, that's wonderful, Lisbeth. Mrs. Lisbeth is still dealing with the same problems, huh? I wonder why Eiffels decided to keep it to himself all of a sudden. The old geezer is unbelievable. What is the matter now, Mrs. Wilma? Old Wilhelm promised to meet me here, yet he's nowhere to be found. How is Velma to fix the inn without his tools? Oh, right, Wilhelm is the blacksmith, so I for some reason thought that blacksmith is he was staying home all this time and we never saw him. I assumed that it will be a bearded guy in his middle age, so didn't expect him to be that old dude. Miss Velma? Why, she does nothing all day, lass. Might as well have her lend a hand. I thought she was looking after your inn, Mrs. Wilma. Looking after my inn, you say? All she does is sit at the counter all day. Keeping your shop open, Mrs. Wilma. Why, that's the least she can do, wouldn't you say? I suppose, but I wouldn't. She's right where she belongs, that's what. Leaving for Primmeldorf at the first chance she got to learn a trade, she said. All I have seen her learn is to sleep on the job. Yet she's everyone's favorite, prettier, nicer, with the bigger hair, the bigger... I see how it is. Always got all the praise while I've been here working myself to the bone. Fuck off. Who are you to Vilma? To Velma anyway. Like, are you her mother? Because you look old as hell. Or elder sister? It's best I leave her to it. You have nothing on Velma. I didn't see Vilma working at all. All she does is making other girls work for her. Ill will is inevitable, as much as it saddens me to say. Folks are at their wits' end, that's what. I wouldn't say it's ill will. I understand, lass. Nobody wants to believe one of us could have done it. That's because it wasn't one of us. You are the one who is at the root of all this hearsay nonsense, old Joachim. Come now, Bernhard, let's keep it civil. Oh, I think I said the wrong thing. Folks wouldn't have fought all the witch if it hadn't been for old Jochen. In fact, I'd wager folks would have forgotten about it by now if you'd let them. I must say I agree, lass. Many things could have been avoided. No, many things have been avoided thanks to me. Be that as it may, we are to take this week as a learning experience. Which is why we ought to gather for a vigil. Gather everyone for prayer, that will bring us together. I have let Lebkuchen know to make preparations. Old Johan's been rather well behaved lately, hasn't he? Not really. Don't catch a cold standing out here, Rouge Marine. That's alright, Elise, I am used to it. And it's so awfully nostalgic too. Nostalgic, you say? I miss spending time in nature, you see. Granny and I would often dance about in the rain. You'd be catching colds quite often, I imagine. On the contrary. I may look fragile, but I am tough. Stubborn too. Fuck, my voice cracked. Stubborn too. Elise. I wouldn't know what to do if you got sick, Rosemary. I can take care of myself, Elise. Don't you start. I'm trying to look after you here. Like you always do, I know. For goodness sake. She did reach Kieferberg all by herself. Now this is a rare sight, Elisa. What is, Mr. Finn? Rather rare seeing you in church. Unless Lebkuchen's in here, that is. Move along, chaps, we don't have time for this. Where are you going? We came by to find old Wilhelm. We want to use his workshop to finish those stoves. He's out and about on his morning walk, I suppose. That old lad's restless, that's what he is. I can only hope I will have half his energy when I am his age. Why else would I come to this wretched place if not to talk with Lebkuchen? Lise, I am so glad to see you. What can I help you with, Mrs. Dorothea? I am going to be lending Freya a hand in a little while, you see. Could you fetch me some logs for the hearth in the meantime? Leave it to me, I will bring you as many as you need. Thank you, Elise. I knew I could count on you, Elise. Here you go for your time. Thank you, Mrs. Dorothea. I can spend longer helping Freya now. How wonderful. brave friend, I have gathered you here today to address the recent going-ons. You are rather late, father. We have had enough. Show some respect, Ilma. No, she's right. We need answers, father. I am afraid we will not be getting many today, Guido. If this is yet another plea for us to overlook this situation, why don't we let Father Hans take the lead? He's had it all week, and look where it got us, Gustav. We are together here this evening for a vigil, brave friend. Together we are to appeal to the Lord's mercy and benevolence, as well as... All that will do is put a lid on folks' troubles, father. That's right, we need this wage to pay. Who would you suggest ought to pay, Lorelei? Where is this witch you folks speak of? Gustav's right, we don't know where to turn. Prayer will show us the path we ought to follow, brave friend. Why, I have prayed all day every day, and nothing's changed, father. I fear for my poor Jacob, father. Whoever is out there, they are taking our children, compromising our livelihoods. It's a decision folks want, Hans. We ought to search every lass in town for the witch's mark. We ought to do no such thing, you old geezer. That's no way to address your elders, Elise. Perhaps if my elders hadn't completely lost their wits. Rest assured, Elise, no lass in Kieferberg will be searched, young or old. You fools still resist what must be done. Old Jochen is right, we must see this through. Are you going to do it then, Mr. Ludwig? If there's anyone who ought to do it, it's Liebkuchen. Me, Mrs. Brunhilde. Of course, lass, you are a woman of God. Woman of God or not, Liebkuchen is to be searched as well. None of your... Shit, I messed up. None of you are touching her. Still, Elisa, we ought to search someone. It may be for the best, Elisa. Are you searching Freya too, then, and Mrs. Lisbeth? No exceptions, lass. Truth is, we don't know anything about your cousin, Elise. Why don't we start with her? That's right, this is all started the day she got here. No, I haven't done anything. Nobody's laying a finger on her. I saw her. I saw Elise's cousin. She is the witch. My beloved daughter. Elise saw her too. She talked to the witch. There it is, folks. They are the witches. Ah, Eiffel. So it was true, Elise. You and your cousin are the ones who have been making our lives hell. No, you are mistaken. We have done nothing of the sort. Confess, the lot of you. Confess to your sins, you wretched witches. Did you or did you not meet your cousin in the woods, Elise? I was all by myself right until I found him. Well, I'm not lying. Why, the lad says he saw you too, Elise.
待ってよ
You too. I didn't meet anyone in the woods, I swear. Oh my goodness, look. It's the witch. The witch is here. Ah, we're all going to die.
静かに
We must keep calm, folks. Keep calm. She was there. I saw her. She had yellow eyes. What do you have to say for yourself, lass?
あの
I was nowhere near the woods. I'd gone home by then. How are we to know such a thing, you witch? His lad says he saw you, lass. No, I truly had gone home.
もういい加減にして
Why are you doing this, you little... Is she even your cousin, Elisa? Truly, I have been thinking about it all week.
あの
I truly am her cousin, I wonder, yeah, right, I think maybe they are cousins or maybe they are blood, blood related. Like, I did point it out how similar their eyes look. Okay, let's keep going. Not even you know your own cousin, Elisa. Perhaps she's been a bad influence on you. I don't know what to say.
バカバカしいですわ
You folks are losing your minds. Bad influence or not, what matters is whether she's a witch. How do you explain your cousin's cookie getup, Elisa? All the things she said and done too.
それは
I have never...
うるさいわね
Pinning it on my cousin isn't going to solve... Eiffel said he saw you two in the woods, Elisa.
待ってよ
We must be reasonable here.
静かに
I have heard enough. Search her. We ought to search the lass right now. Find the witch's mark. I will take no more of this nonsense. Oh, Gustav actually looks very angry.
みんなもう黙ってよ
This is enough. Can't you see what you are doing to Kieferberg? Can't you see this witch nonsense is turning us against each other? The witch is clearly right here in Kieferberg, class.
ひどい
Nobody in Kieferberg could ever do such a thing, old Jochen. We are a family, all of Kieferberg, no exceptions. Although we all understand your feelings, Freya. You clearly don't, father. Nobody does. Eiffel believes he's seen the witch. Folks have been on edge all day. All of this is a consequence of how we have been facing this crisis. With fear, hostility, and hesitation. That's all very nice, Freya, but we need to do something.
分かってるけど
Let's do the video then. Work on the preparations for the festival together. Like the family we are, the family we have always been.
いい子だ
Freya, would you folks truly burn me at the stake? Or Elise, Liebkuchen, even Rosenmarin? I expected more from my family. That's all I wanted to say.
Hmm.
You have said more than enough, Freya. All of Kieferberg is to meet her tonight for prayer. As we ought to have done from the start. Father Hans, you were fucking useless in this situation. Move along, folks. We are to focus on what we ought to do. Protect our home at all costs. But that means that at all costs, like, searching each other? That can mean that. I didn't like that one bit. It's best I head back to work. Do you have a moment, Elise? Of course, Mrs. Ariane. I must tell you, I am ashamed about earlier. I couldn't bring myself to speak up for you. Mrs. Ariane. You are coming to the vigil, aren't you? Of course. That's good, Elise. That will help show them you are committed. We can't allow any more of this nonsense. I suppose she is feeling guilty, huh? When you put it like that, Tristan, don't let the whole ordeal get to you, lass. What do you mean, Mr. Tristan? Folks lost their minds for a while, is all. All of Kieferberg is on edge. They don't mean what they say. I suppose you're right. You ought to come by later for the vigil, Elise. Both you and your cousin, you hear? Of course, Mr. Gustav, I won't miss it. Still, had it not been for Freya, you ought to be proud, Gustav. She's my pride and joy. My pride and joy. I can't imagine what could have happened had she not said anything. Lebkuchen. I know, Elise. That was... I can't explain. Folks are completely out of their minds, Lebkuchen. I was there, Elise. It's alright. They weren't being reasonable. I wonder what is gotten into Eiffel. More importantly, Elise, now that we are alone together, I'd like to ask you. I didn't meet anyone in those woods, Lebkuchen. Alright, I just need to hear it directly from you, is all. I wouldn't lie to you, you know that. I do, yes. I hate having to lie to her. Yeah, she knows. Are you alright, Rosemary? Ah, yes. I am a little frightened. Still, that's all. So am I, if I'm honest. Had it not been for Freya, we could have... She truly does care about Kieferberg, doesn't she? A great deal, that's for certain. What is done, Rosemary. It's best we head back to work. I will be here, Elise. I must keep calm now. I can't let folks see me this agitated. It's a proper business opportunity, I tell you. What is, Mr. Wilhelm? Fetch me those tools, old Wilhelm. I told you, I have the boys waiting for me with those stoves. There's no need to get embarrassed now. Embarrassed? The boy's hat, Lisa. He made it himself. For goodness sake. You have talent in your hands, lad. I have seen my fair share of hats in all my years, and I tell you. I understand, old Wilhelm. The tools now, please. I wonder why he's so embarrassed about it. He certainly has the talent. Yeah, people who can sew, they're awesome. Eek! There she is! For goodness sake, Odile. Maybe it's best I go. I'm not certain my presence is much appreciated here. No, I'd say Mrs. Odile is the one who ought to take a moment to herself. I must agree, Odile. You folks don't understand. We have made a grave mistake. If only I truly were the witch. You're not being honest with us, Eliza. I'd best walk you home, Mrs. Odile. The lad was adamant he saw something in the woods. If we don't search you and you end up being the witch, we will... Search me right now then, I dare you. Eliza, that's not helping. For now, we must focus on keeping everyone calm and working. Ah, I just know it, lass. I can feel it in my bones. I will have you know, Mrs. Audrey, if I truly were a... Don't threaten me, you witch. Enough. This is as far as it goes. You are only making things worse, Eliza. Ah, if only I truly could do away with this old hag. It is what it is, Linda. Ah, Eliza. I can go if you'd like. I feel we ought to apologize to you, Eliza. Apologize for what, Linda? I don't recall ever giving folks reason to treat me that way, Mrs. Ilma. Look, I admit it wasn't our finest moment, but folks are frightened, Eliza, especially after what Eiffel said. Poor Eiffel, he is so clearly troubled. Everyone seems to forget. I, too, was in those woods with him. You are a little older, Eliza. It's different. That said, Mrs. Ilma, you are right, Eliza. It wasn't fair to you. We have to start somewhere, that's all. That witch can swallow this town whole for all I care. Yeah. Ah, Elise. About earlier, had it not been for you, they would have... No, Elise. I don't think they would have done it. Freya, that appeal of mine was rather childish, wasn't it? There was nothing childish about it, Freya. I'd say you were rather brave, even. Thank you, Elise. Had it not been for her, I would have been... The vigil ought to bring us some peace of mind, old Jochen. Wouldn't you say so, lass? I will be there, Mr. Ludwig. I have to wonder what for. Come now, we have all had enough of that for one day. What is the point in trying when nobody believes me? Now I understand what happened today was rather unpleasant, Elise. We ought to have searched them, Ludwig. What would you do if you found something, old Jochen? It's not worth it, Lise. Let's put this behind us. That's a little difficult to do, Mr. Guido. Especially when you yourself were so vocal about it. I was caught up in the uproar, Elise. So was I, but I don't get the benefit of the doubt. Come now, folks. The vigil will bring us all together. Really, Guido? Making excuses like this? These folks never learn, do they? But Grandpa, why don't you children go play a little longer? Ah, Lisa, won't you help us? Help with what? They want to help with the stalls, you see. It's the least we can do, Grandpa. How's Eiffel, Bruno? Ah, Eiffel's resting at home, Lisa. That whole ordeal wasn't good for him, I am afraid. Wasn't good for anyone, for that matter. That's why we should go and help our Grandpa. Please, Mr. Bernhardt. And let's not forget, Mr. Bernhardt wasn't exactly on my side earlier. On a walk to clear your head, lass. If only, Mr. Eugene. This town's at a crossroads, isn't it? At a crossroads, Mr. Eugene. Folks stepped over the line there, Lisa. Not everyone agrees with what happened today. You don't, I am assuming. It was the final nail in the coffin, lass. I will be on my way to Primeldorf first thing Sunday morning. I see. You too, Elisa. You shouldn't stay much longer. Not after what was said and done today. It's not wrong. If only I could leave that easily. Maybe we can live with Eugene, actually. Imagine if I get to the ending and it says like, if you have 500 coins, then you can pay Eugene and he will take you to Primeldorf, where you will live perhaps better than here. Ah, my two favorite women in this game. You'd best believe the doors the doors to my inn will be locked, Lorelei. What for, Mrs. Wilma? I won't have folks making a ruckus inside my inn. Folks have had enough of that for one day, Wilma. Why don't you let Lisa lend them a hand? As if I would let this lass anywhere near my inn. I'm not very interested in helping you out either, as a matter of fact. Good. Come now, Wilma. You heard what Freya said, didn't you? What of it, Lorelei? This witch is still out there, and all we are doing is a vigil. You are truly... I am surprised folks don't take this old hack for the witch. Yeah. And fuck you, I am going to meet Velma anyway. I don't really need to buy anything. Whoa. Yeah. I doomed my playthrough for you, Velma, and I can't even romance you. What a shame. And I still didn't find that thing where you're supposed to interact and then something will be said about Velma. Maybe you should do that in earlier days. Shit, what should I use there actually? Do I not have the item that needed here? Shit. This sucks. And I already solved the puzzle, so I have no idea what to do here. You must give it some proper thought, Dorothea. Give what some thought, Mrs. Brunhilde. Ah, we are having a little chat is all. Kieferberg isn't the place to raise our children, Elisa. After what happened this morning, Jesus. The way Kieferberg's turned on me. It's got nothing to do with earlier, Elisa. We have been thinking about this for a long while now. I have a hard time believing that, if I'm honest. But it truly wasn't. Don't say such a thing, Elisa. They can do whatever it is they want. It's got nothing to do with me. You ought to be patient with your auntie, Mindy. But, Mrs. Merrily, what are you pestering Mrs. Merrily for, Molly? It's alright, Elisa. She's had enough trouble for one day. Lorelei's been working the poor lass like a donkey. Oh, I ask of my auntie is some bread. Your auntie feeds you plenty, Maggie. It seems she doesn't, Elisa. She only gives me 3 meals a day, Elisa. Why, you... That's hardly enough for a working lass, Elisa. If only I'd know that. If only I'd know that, that's why you have been begging about town. It truly is, Mrs. Merrily. For goodness sake. How did Melody get so good at swindling folks? Wait a second. I just noticed the church's decorations. There's something weird in the middle, like someone getting... How is it called? That process? Crucified, yeah. Or maybe being burned on the stake. Maybe it's the latter, because it has something like a wood underneath. Lisa. It's alright, Mrs. Lisbeth. You don't have to say anything. I am sorry about earlier, my dear. I was frightened, Mrs. Lisbeth. We all are. Let's talk about it all that later, Elisa. Could you fetch me some apples, my dear? We can have a word later, it's no problem. What has this town come to? This wasn't good. You always do such a good job, Elise. It's no trouble at all, Mrs. Lisbeth. Here you go, for your time. To think you'd lend me a hand after all that. It's hard to deal with all this pitying, huh? Whew. Please don't be a night sequence. I want this day to be over with. Oh my god, I have another job. Remoldov can't be our only option, Finn. Still, Guido, at this rate, any town's better than Kieferberg, the way I see it. Brunhilde's been saying the same thing, lass. Kieferberg is our home, Finn. Isn't Mrs. Brunhilde from Primoldorf? That being so, she still chose Kieferberg too. Would you truly be happy to raise your children here, Guido? Without proper schooling or jobs? We can teach them our trade, Finn. You keep changing your mind about this, Guido, have you noticed? So do you. Kieferberg's be dying faster than I thought. I'm sorry, Mrs. Wilma. You were right about these folks, Elise. What are you talking about? Ah, Mrs. Wilma. We are so terribly sorry. Miss Velma said we could, so... Haven't they apologized enough, Wilma? It's not apologies I want from them, Mrs. Merrily. It's respect. I'm not certain I follow. I can now say I understand how you felt this afternoon, Elise. Now that's a proper exaggeration, Mrs. Wilma. Truly, you are making too big of a deal out of this. Freya, it's not worth the hassle, Elise. It's best you forget about it. I wonder what happened here. Ah, there you are, lass. Here I am, Mr. Wilhelm. You can't let that nonsense get to you, you hear? I suppose. Folks are frightened, that's all there is to it. It could have been anyone, too, but with that cousin of yours... What about my cousin, Mr. Wilhelm? She's a stranger, that's what. Folks can't handle it. I'm not quite certain that's all there is to it, but... Perhaps this vigil will bring Kieferberg together. It will, Mrs. Mechtilde, you will see. That's rich coming from you, Mrs. Ilma. You were so adamantly against it earlier, too. It's important to know when to forgive, Elise. I can't say I was in the right. Both replies very rude, I think. For a while now, Mrs. Ilma, and I don't think that's right. I know, Elise. Isn't this proper time to make amends? I suppose it's good that we do it before the festival. Truly, Rize, I've been too firm with you for no good reason. Thank you, Mrs. Ilma. All is well that ends well, wouldn't you say? This won't last, will it? Oh, Lise. What is wrong, Mrs. Lisbeth? Must do it sooner rather than later, Lisbeth. Still, Merlin. You see, Lisbeth was telling me about this afternoon. Oh, Lise, I should have said something on your behalf, but instead That's alright, Mrs. Lisbeth. I understand this hasn't been easy for you. No, Lise, you ought to let her apologize. But had it not been for Freya, I too would have believed them, Lise. Mrs. Lisbeth, make certain you come to tonight's vigil, Lise, and bring your cousin along too. Of course, Mrs. Marlin. Mrs. Lisbeth looked rather shaken. Are you coming along too, Elise? She has better things to do, I'm certain. Going where, Mr. Heinrich? We are polishing off the stoves, lass. You'd best head home to your cousin, Elise. She might want to give us a hand. I will come about later for the vigil, Mr. Heinrich. It's a good thing you do, Elise. Tomorrow will bring much needed joy, folks. We ought to make it special, for Eugene's sake too. You are making a big deal out of it again, Heinrich. He's right, Eugene. We ought to do a proper job of sending you off. Tomorrow will bring much needed joy, huh? I don't remember ever working for Odile. That's weird. How to put it behind us, Berta? Still whittling on about earlier, I presume. Nothing of the sort, Elise. It's Velma. Miss Velma. Vilma's giving her an earful, Elise. Right in front of everyone too. All because she let Linda and Freya keep the flowers in the shack. For goodness sake. That Vilma. One can't help but feel for Velma, that poor lass. Coming all the way from Primeldorf to lend a hand, and for what? Truly. If only Miss Velma had stayed in Kieferberg. What? If only Miss Velma had stayed in Kieferberg instead. What? What do you mean by that? Is she leaving? What do you mean? I'm going to tavern. Is she not there anymore? She's still here. I don't understand. What is this dialogue? If only Miss Velma had stayed in Kieferberg instead. Maybe they meant to say Primeldorf? Because this doesn't make sense. She's here! For goodness sake. This rain won't let up, will it? We can only hope it's not raining tomorrow too. Even if it is, Elise, we'd best make the most out of it. Make the most of the rain, you say? Figuratively, lad. Where do you get all that cheer from, Mr. Gustav? Out to wander, huh? What have we to gain from brooding all day? Hickerberg needs some good cheer, now more than ever, folks. No two ways about it, how to agree. If only everyone else shared Mr. Gustav's outlook on things. Running about in the rain, are you? Aren't you as well, Mr. Bernhardt? I quite enjoy this view, is all, even with the rain. Have you seen old Wilhelm by any chance? Do you need anything, Mr. Bernhardt? You can keep a secret, I'd wager. We are all preparing a present for Eugene, you see? For Mr. Eugene. We wouldn't want to let him go without some token of appreciation, is all. Old Wilhelm's been working on it. Won't you ask him about it? I can do that, Mr. Bernhardt. You seem tired, Elisa. It'd best be more surprising if I wasn't, don't you think? I will prepare something hearty for supper, Elisa. Since it's your last. For goodness sake. There's no need to put it that way, Rosemary. Ah, but... You head back home first thing after sunset, alright? Of course. And make certain you find Floki too. I can't help but worry with all this rain. Oh, Lisa, you do care for Floki. Shush, Rosemary. What a tasteless way to put it. It's not like I am going to die. I think I will. And Rosemary has a twisted way about thinking about it. To her is just something that's supposed to happen, so... yeah. I understand, Father. You too, Elise. How to make certain your cousin joins us. The vigil, you mean? It's important she's present tonight. She will be there, Father. Folks need as much reassurance as we can give them, is all. Aren't you pushing yourself, Lebkuchen? I will be heading home in a moment, it's alright. About this afternoon's events, Elise. There's nothing left to say about that, is there? Folks are regretful, Ras. I understand, Father. I think Lebkuchen is very unhappy with Hans being useless. Lebkuchen knows how patronizing his words truly are, huh? Mr. Bernhardt's looking for you, Mr. Wilhelm. Ah, about Eugene, I'd wager. Tell him I will have it ready by tomorrow, Elise. What are you giving him, Mr. Wilhelm? You are certain you can keep the secret? Of course. Eugene said he wanted a new pocket knife, you see. I've been working on it since Tuesday. It's taken a lot of work. So, what did he say? He says he will have it ready by tomorrow, Mr. Bernhard. Good, good. Here you go, Elisa, thank you. You didn't have to, Mr. Bernhard. We didn't have to be that harsh on you earlier either. Yet here we are. I suppose. Folks are feeling guilty about it, but it's a little too late for that, isn't it? I won't bite you, Mrs. Odili. Ah, Eliza, what am I to do? I have been scared witless all week. Everyone can tell, Mrs. Odili. Ah, will you please fetch me some eggs, lass? If that's what you need, Mrs. Odili. How did you get so many in such little time, Elise? I know my way around the coops, Mrs. Odili. Well, you can have this. You are coming to the vigil, I am hoping. I will be there, Mrs. Odili. One more to join our entourage, I see. Huh? Ah, it's marvelous. You will surely agree. The banquets, the spectacles, the prestige. What are you talking about? You will see when you get there. Oh, he's given me all I could ever want. Which was... why, luxury, wealth, opulence. Oh, I can't wait to have you and your innamorata with us. My what? Hello. Eek? I'm not here, Elise. I am slacking off again, I see. My auntie, she's... What is about your auntie, Miffy? She's going to throw me in the well, Elise. Can't you stay put for one moment, Molly? I was hungry, you see? I had no choice. Oh, all that bread was sitting there and I... Mrs. Lorelei won't be happy to find out. Oh, I'll have to sleep outside tonight. Move to Primildorf even. Oh, Elise. Make certain you go to the vigil, you hear? Oh, is there going to be food there? For goodness sake. What is anyone to do with you, Maggie? It's best I come back some other time. Oh. The thunderstorm is so blinding. I'm glad that right now for me it's afternoon, so it's not that bright. Truly, old Wilhelm, it would be the final nail in the coffin. What would, Mrs. Lorelei? Why, if Primildorf catches wind of this witch business, folks would think we have lost our minds. I must agree with you there, Mr. Wilhelm. We'd be the laughingstock of the whole town. Even more than we already are. Having them help with the grain is embarrassing enough as it is. Now, I wouldn't say that's reason for shame. How isn't it, lass? Primildorf must think we can't look after ourselves by now. Can we, I wonder? On your way home, lass. Wouldn't it be best if we walk you home, Elisa? Ah, that's... It's no trouble, lass. There is no need to fret, Mr. Gustav. I will be alright. If you say so, Elisa. The sooner you go, the better. I will see you in church then. I will be there, Freya. We'd best get to preparing supper too, Freya. I ought to have a word with Father Hans before this vigil. Mr. Gustav being on my side truly is a stroke of luck, isn't it? You are going to fall ill again at this rate, Leb. I can look after myself, Elise. It's best you get some rest before this vigil, don't you think? Don't you think it's rather odd, Elise? What is Lebkuchen? I have a strange feeling about tonight's vigil. It all feels a little as though there's a false sense of calm. Folks did change their tunes rather quickly, that's true. Here, before I forget. Do you think they might all lose their minds again tonight? Not necessarily, but I must admit I am feeling nervous about the festival too. You have spent too much time comforting folks today, Leb. You are rather calm too, Elisa. I have been tormented over this witch nonsense all week. I suppose I can't blame you there. It's best I move along now. Still need to have supper. I will see you in church. Only if you promise me to get some proper rest before the vigil. Oh, so... For some reason I thought that we need to go to church first and then we will go home, but I guess we're done for today. No way this will be it. Something will happen. By something I mean demons scaring me again. I don't wanna... I'm very tired of night sequences. Won't you join us? What? Let us take revenge on that fiend. Once you become a golden maiden like me. What are you talking about? Once you do, let us reunite. What makes you so certain I will? Why, we all do. That's why I want to put an end to him. For betraying us, for damning us all to this wretched eternity. Betraying you? I had some thought right now. Cave in the well that has a shiny item in its hole. I wonder if it's a key for Holly's room. But how do I get it? Is it still early to try to get it, or am I missing something? Because I already tried most items I have. They don't seem to work. Maybe Holly's room is related to getting true ending of this game or something. Folks don't want me here, that's for certain. Even if I have to leave all my good memories behind, I must do it. I must at least meet him. I should have bought more items for sanity. I worry that this one bottle of oil will not be enough. I kinda want to check this place again, but I suspect that it will not have anything for me right now. Let's just... yeah, let's check it. Be fast. By the way, I'm not hating on night sequences, just it's easily the worst part of the game for me. They are visually impressive, look very cool, and they do induce anxiety on you. So it's good to have them, but I think it will be very exhausting to do them again when you wanna get all other endings. Ah, Elisa. What are you doing out here? Are you trying to... Why don't you come dance with us, Elisa? We out to get ready for the video, Rosemary. But we are having such lovely weather. Lovely weather, you say? Flocky agrees, don't you, Flocky? For goodness sake. I'm heading inside. Come along, Rosemary. Ah, Elisa, wait. So, we are going to this video. We out to Rosemary. Folks need to see we are committed. Say, Elise, I know you don't like to talk about it, but you are meeting him tomorrow, aren't you? I suppose. You still don't have the sweetest nectar, do you? You went to the woodland last night. What about it? You have been gathering the testaments and... all I have is that needle, Rosemary. A needle? That's the testament I received last night. I pricked my finger on it too. The sweetest nectar also needs a part of your mortal body, remember? Rosemary, so you mean the flesh, the blood and the heart, Elisa. Those are the... We can talk about it after the video, alright? You get changed now. I have brought some bread. Ah, alright. Come, we should hurry. We should... What? What am I saying? We should hurry, or we will be drenched. Ah, yes. Say, Rosemary, about this sweetest nectar. It's your determination that matters most, remember? What does that mean, Rosemary? Blood, that's what you are going to offer him, isn't it? Well, you must show him your commitment, Elisa. Whatever you do, you must prove you are willing to leave everything behind. your faith, your loved ones. Rosmarin, you have to want it, Lizzie, do you? Leaving everything behind, huh? As much as I do want it, I must admit I'm still a little hesitant. Rosmarin, where are you? Oh no! Not this place again. It's that serpent. I have no choice but to carry on, do I? What was that? Some random singing that cut off. Show yourself. I know you are in here somewhere, serpent. What am I doing? Getting myself into this mess, and for what? To get out of Kieferberg, to leave it all behind. But at what cost? The tender flesh, the sweetest nectar. All these things I have seen and done. I am beginning to wonder. If I really meet him, if he can grant this wish of mine. This wish of yours is within your grasp. Can I truly attain it? You have received his blessing, have you not? Trust yourself, Elise. Trust his word. I could get out, leave this town behind. All I have ever been here is a maid of all work, a stray. Ever since Granny Holly passed, I have been nothing but an outsider. Now you are a witch, Elise. A witch? Unshackle your burning desire from the depths of your very being. Embrace it, Elise, your rightful fortune and wealth, your freedom. I want it. I want my second chance at happiness. Huh? What in the... Nice. A corrupted version of Kieferberg. It's the town square. I must be dreaming. This can't be real. What is that? There's something in the church. I am in that serpent's depths, no doubt. A delicately decorated fountain stands tall in the village square, its stone surface adorned with eerie motifs. Yeah, that's a different fountain. Of course. Is that? That sounds like Rosmarine. It's that serpent. I must find a way into that church. It's like a bubble of sorts. Everything seems to be underwater, but I can breathe just fine. It may be best I have a look about town. Mrs. Linda's house. Torn in half by thorns and branches, the home's roof floats above its foundations. You have come here to stay, I see. Says who? A place of solace. That's what our beloved Aziel is providing for us here. All I have heard in here was weeping woe. We are all doomed, all of us. We have lost everything. All we have left are these depths. What is so great about this place, would you say? The silence. He never visits here. I can say I understand. It's completely destroyed. I have to find my way out of this place. Rosmarine. Wait. Another puzzle. These moon phases, I wonder what they are for. They seem to be connected somehow. It reset everything. They truly did a number on Kieferberg, huh? If only they could see this. Overtaken by the woodland, Kieferberg's various homes are now at its mercy. I can't get past this. I ought to do something. Velma, help me. I could literally just jump over this ledge and go past the vines. Okay, this one is I. Black I. Letter I. I need to see that thing again. Black eye is on the left. Does that mean I need to push the most left button when I see eye? And this symbol was on the right, so I think I should push this. They have an insane speed. Well, I thought that maybe you need to push the button that has black eye first, and then the left moon and then this white button, but it didn't work. What am I missing? I don't understand. Maybe like there's no any more symbols, so I only need to push 3 buttons. So maybe what am I doing wrong is not from left to right, but from right to left, maybe. So white one first, and then left moon, and then black one. Okay, white first. And then black. No, it didn't work. What am I missing? Maybe. Oh, if it is reverse, so maybe I am pushing middle button wrong. So it's supposed to be not left moon, but the right one. So it will be white first. And then right moon. Right moon is here, I think. Yeah. And then black. Okay. I have to get a grip and go find her. Can you still aggro to me? Yes, you sure can. Fucking hell. No, not the statues again. Take heed, lass. We don't take kindly to light in these depths. For goodness sake, that startled me. They don't take kindly to light, do they? The inanimate hut rests peacefully, nested in the berry bush's foliage. So it's Dark Souls 2 again, where you enter the crypt and the guy says, "Hold, put down that fire," or torch. I don't remember what he says. And if you enter with a torch that is lit up, he will aggro to you and summon a lot of enemies to fight with. Yeah, this will be hard to navigate. God damn, it's dark. I don't even see. Those statues damage me now. It's a trap. You lead the match. Fuck. Fucking hell. So they are trying to prostrate you and make use your torch. Your lantern. I will not fall for that. I think I saw something. Yeah, above me. A statue of me? These fiends keep mocking me at every turn, huh? A statue of Elise beholds the observer with a blank, cold stare. A Lyra of Aziel. A Lyra. May your innermost desire come true, Elise. This statue, it's speaking to me. Why, don't look so surprised. Weren't you talking to your own reflection a moment ago? Ah, I will never get used to this nonsense. It all depends on you, Elise, on how far you are willing to go. The sacrifices you are willing to make. I have come this far, haven't I? This isn't the last of your perils. You must find yourself. Your resolve. Deep within yourself, Elise.
そっか。
I suppose I have been rather hesitant until now. If you don't fight for yourself, Elise, who will? I can only depend on myself, huh? Then so be it. There's something on the other side, but how to get there? I guess I am going back in reverse, and I have no idea how to do that again. Interesting. Oh, I'm back. Whew. That was not that hard. Last night was worse. Huh. First time seeing this. Breathe safe before venturing in. Do you mean that I can lose Rosmarine right now? What in the... You are rather brave, lass. You. Do you yearn for wealth and fortune that deeply? I clearly do, serpent. Now let her go. No, I don't think I will. What in the Lord's name? You know, there's something you have yet to come to terms with. Something you have been avoiding. What are you talking about? The good company, lass. Ah, do you acknowledge that I actually didn't make any progress with girls? Okay, this gave me chills. Like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah. I have been avoiding company. How did you know? You have sacrificed your mortal body for the tender flesh. You know it's your blood needed for the sweetest nectar. Yet it's the good company you refuse to surrender. What are you talking about? Show me the depths of your heart. What? I wish to see how dearly you care for your beloved. Ah! Can I escape? Holy shit. Ah! Where am I going? You want to know how deeply I care for Rosmarine? I have only known her for a week, but... Huh? Those mean more to me now than I ever thought they could. I don't get it. What? You mean brooch? She said bracelet and something. I didn't get to read fast enough. Use this. Okay, now. Oh! What are you doing? My controls are reversed now. Fuck. I think there was something under his arm. Oh fuck. I definitely needed to buy more items. This is gonna be hard. I can't say I fully understand her most of the time. Oops. Everything about her is so strange, so foreign to me. All of her nonsense about fate, Yet I find myself so drawn to her, I can't help it. Oh no. Fuck. Do I really need to go close to you or not? I don't understand. Or do I just need to survive? Rosmarine has been right about everything. I don't know why or how, but I have come to trust her. These past few days, I have truly come to believe in my fate that she can truly take me to him. Rather self-serving, aren't you? You are not worth my time, let alone his. What? I think I see what is going on here. So this guy forces me to confess that I like Rosmarine even if I didn't date her, right? So if I keep saying egotistical things, then he just kills me in the end. Okay. Let's try this again. I can't skip this. This guy doesn't really look like a serpent, by the way. I wonder if his design depends on which girl you dated the most, so maybe he can look like Leprechaun or Freya. Yeah, I think I will just fast forward this and show you only different dialogues that I picked. Oh, I didn't see this attack before, what the fuck? I can't find him without her. Rather keen to use the lass, aren't you? Oh, this was the wrong answer? What? So different answers actually lead to your death too. So first two times I was correct, and in the last one I fucked up. I see. So there's no need for me to say different things because I will die. But this is cool, like I enjoy this much more than running from crows, from fucking birds that attack you in the trees, or masked ghosts that insta teleport you to other place if you touch them. Does music get reversed too? Kind of, I think. Or maybe it sounds reversed on purpose. So it doesn't actually get reversed when this guy turns the world upside down. Okay. In oh, I believe in her purpose, in our new beginning together. What is this? A vessel testament. A bottle. It's a big bottle, so, and it looks like a heart, so I will speculate that you need to carve the heart of your beloved ones and put it inside for your sweetest nectar, lass. Oh, it's for my blood. Show yourself, you wretch. Ah, you are truly so bewitching, lass. To think you are willing to betray such pure feelings. I need to get out of here. Ah, it makes me want to keep you all to myself. I must say, I feel much better, father. We were all a little too tense. I'm back in Kieferberg. Get some rest, everyone. We have a long day ahead of ourselves tomorrow. We are to gather here first thing at sunrise for the procession. Don't forget. Come, Mrs. Odili, we will walk you home. Ah, thank you, my dear. Ah, Elise. What are you doing here? Did you go to the vigil? I was sitting right beside you the entire time, silly. What? More importantly, Elise, I was wondering if you have given the gift some thought. Ah, is everything alright, Elise? Ah, yes. What about the gift, Rosmarin? I was thinking, since we had the red wine during the vigil, why don't you do something similar for your gift to him? Meaning, why don't you use the water that's already in those basins? Together with that needle, you could make him the sweetest nectar. As a gift, I can wait for you outside and make certain nobody sees you. I best do it quickly, I wouldn't want to get caught by father hands. Hurry now, Elise. Folks might come back if you take too long. I don't get it. Where I need to fill my bottle? You said basin, so what is a basin? You mean a fountain? What the hell? Using the water in the basin. I suppose I can give it a try. This looks weird. Is the moon red right now? So that's why the lighting is so... Ah! Did Bejeweled forest of berries invade this world?
そうね。
Rosmarine said I could make him wine, using the water in this basin. If only I had something to hold this wine in. That serpent's vial, I suppose it will do nicely. Now all I ought to do is... Full vessel encased in a delicate golden frame. The glass bottle awaits the sweetest nectar. What? Am I doing something wrong? You mean... Excuse me? I should have used needle here, you mean? No. What? Make wine or the sweetest nectar, I suppose. There's only one thing I can think of, but it sounds rather painful. At last, lass. Don't you dare come any closer, serpent. The sweetest nectar at last.
バカバカしいですわ。
That's what I have come here to do. Your passion for your wish runs deep within your veins, lass. It's breathing inside you. It consumes you.
もういい加減にして。
What do you want from me? Your blood, lass. You wretch. Give it to me, your sweetest nectar. Oh. Was I not supposed to do that? Okay. I didn't save. Fuck me, I need to do this shit again. Oh my god. Well, I didn't expect that I would die after this, so fuck me. I thought that I need to bleed, so go towards needles and fuck. Oh, so I get it. I need to avoid needles because should I get this one? Okay. I am avoiding needles because he wants more blood than I need to give. Yeah. We will be awaiting you tomorrow, lass.
もういい加減にして。
I have had enough of this serpent. For goodness sake, all this for... This thing, the sweetest nectar. I have made 2 gifts, but I am still missing the good company, aren't I? Talking to yourself, lass. Is there something you'd like to tell me, Elise? No, I was... It's best you move along, lass. It's late.
そうね。
I will be on my way, father. Don't be late for the procession tomorrow. Go to bed. Okay, this night was much better than previous nights. It wasn't as bullshit and short and entertaining. I liked it. Come now, Rosmarin, we are going home. Ah, Elise, how did... We can talk about it on the way. Let's go. Father Hans nearly caught me, Rosmarin. Oh, but he didn't. No, you don't understand. You got the gift, didn't you? The sweetest nectar. I suppose I did, but... Is bakery open at the night? I guess not. All that's left now is the good company. The good company, you say? I still don't understand what that is. Why, it's the object of your affections, Elise. The object of my affections, you say? It's all about commitment, Elise. Ah, I have had it with this commitment nonsense. I never want to hear that word again. You are so dramatic, Elise. I do really need to save again, just in case. You never know when will you die. Oh, how I would love to be your good company. Alright, that's it. What? Did I say something wrong? What is a good company, Rosmarin? Well, I'm certain you already know deep down. It's essentially a representation of your heart, Elise. So we have we have the flesh, the blood, and the heart. I understand the meaning behind all that, but it's the one you love, Elise. Huh? You must show him you are committed by offering him your flesh and your blood, and by appearing before him in your most vulnerable state. You don't mean the one you love most, Elise. You must take them to him with you. But, Rosmarin, do you know what happens to good company? Do you really wanna die and become a golden maiden for eternity? Do you know about that, huh? I think maybe she does, and her twisted personality thinks that it's the best thing that will happen to her. that it's her fate, but maybe it is her fate. And she was created just for that. Like, we still don't know if she's a legit human being or creation of the witch or something. But if she is a creation of him, that makes us real cousins, and the fact that we can date each other is not something that I enjoy thinking about. It's done, I suppose. Although I don't know what exactly I have done. I have gathered the testaments and made the gifts, and used them to make gifts for him, but I'm still missing the good company, I suppose. The good company, the one I love most, that's... None of this feels real. To think I will try to meet him tomorrow. I have no choice but to keep going. Maybe I will wake up tomorrow and it will all have been a dream. Or maybe I might actually make it out of Kieferberg. I am here again. I keep having this dream. So going to the left doesn't actually do anything. Nice. The castle is so close now. If I do meet him, if I bring him those gifts, and if he does grant me my wish, not only this castle, but everything and anything I could ever want, it will all be within my reach. That dream again. I'd best get up and head to town. I suppose we will have that procession in the morning as usual, but I'd like to spend some time with Rosmarine later too.
そうね。
Anyhow, I'd best get going to the festival. There is an apple under that tree, and it was bitten from two sides, so... good company and the one who wishes they both bite the apple and
おはよ
disappear, I suppose. Ah, Lisa, good morning. You are excited too, aren't you, Floki?
まったく
We are not taking the goat to town, Rosmarin. Ah, but Elise. What are you so excited about anyhow? Why, it's the day of the festival, Elise.
そうね
I don't think it will live up to your expectations, Rosmarin.
リセったら
It's not just the festival, you are meeting him too. First time hearing her say that voice line. I know.
も
You are not changing your mind, are you?
ったく
I'm not. I am not. Good grief, Rosmarin. Let's go. Ah, wait, Elise. It's such a shame we can't bring Floki along to the festival. What good would that do him anyhow? Oh, you know how much he enjoys being petted, Elise. And the children can't get enough of him either. He's a goat, Rosmarin. Even so, I'm certain he'd enjoy it. And what are we to do if he starts chewing on the maple? We can bring a turnip or two with us. What if folks ask us about him? What then? We can pretend we don't know him. If we act as surprised to see him as everyone else, maybe we can... Ah, you are hopeless. Is everything alright, Rosmarin? You have been rather jittery. Well, I think I'm just a little nervous. About tonight, I suppose. It's my first time going to a festival, you see. Oh, I know it's silly, Elise. Why make such a big deal out of it? What if I trip over my clothes, or what if I'm not dressed? I will be right there with you. I will take care of you. Ah, Elise. For goodness sake. It's rather bittersweet, isn't it? What is, Rosmarin? Why, reaching the end of the week. I suppose. You'd rather avoid talking about it. You have known me for a week, Rosmarin. Yet it feels as though I've been here for years, doesn't it? A little bit. You don't have to be so shy about it. Who are you calling shy, you? It truly does feel as though we have known each other for longer, doesn't it? Foreshadowing? Okay, yeah. Let's get this over with. And by that I mean I am ending this episode here. Because I'm not sure how long will this day go on. I kinda wish it will be just go to church, people talk, festival goes, it's over, and then you go to cave, meet him, make your choice, and that's it, and game ends. But if they will make me work today again, this will be shit. This will be too long for me to do in one episode. Yeah, so I will make another episode for first ending that I get, and then I assume that I will need to replay game at least twice to get all dates, and I will do videos like maybe one video will be like dating with Rosmarin, and other one dating with Lebkuchen and Freya. So I will see how this will go. So these videos I assume will be shorter and only will be about my reaction to dates, and reaction to another ending. Yeah, I will not make you suffer with me and watch me go through puzzles and works again. Yeah, so don't worry about it. And I've been very slow with uploading and editing and recording with this game. I enjoy this game a lot, but it kinda hard to find motivation. And because I need to read a lot, I need my voice in top condition, so it's hard to find a day where I can record without worrying about all this stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching and listening for me rambling. So yeah, goodbye.